Yeah, we're building a bunch of these. We were looking up online about different building materials, different ways you can build a house that is the same structural integrity of a regular contemporary house that construction crews build. So we went online and we found these polypropylene bags. They're essentially just sandbags, and they're specifically designed to hold sand and stuff, and people repurpose them for earth bags. So what we do is we put earth inside of them, and over time we have a really high limestone and clay content already inside of our soil, so we don't have to really do anything, put anything inside of here. If you wanted it to be similar to concrete, then you can add limestone or something like that. These are good because they breathe, so it's not perfectly hard and they won't crack or anything. So as the earth expands and contracts in the heat and the cold, it'll keep its shape, and it's very strong. They're very heavy. But to get started on these, you have to pick out your spot. For this, we had a limit of 120 square feet, so we took a 6-foot piece of rope and we put it in a stake in the middle, and we drew a circle all the way around, and we were like, all right, this is how big it is for our hole. Then you have to clear the ground. You have to dig. If you notice, we dug, this is about ground level right here. We dug about 2 or 3 feet down, and then we just smoothed it all out, and we put some earth bags down for the foundation. And what you're going to want to do with these is you want to lay your first layer down. The very first layer, you want to make sure that that's as straight as possible. As you really want to take your time on this first one, because that's like your foundation. It's really like one of the most important ones. And then we take barbed wire right here, and it's just a single strip of barbed wire. So we lay that down on the first layer of earth bags as we're putting down the second layer. And what the barbed wire does is it'll grab the bags and prevent the bags from sliding off either way. So this one slides a little bit because it's here, but you could not move any of the ones that are in the middle. So, and then when we're done, we're going to build a roof on the top of it. But it's a lot of work. You just take earth, we put them in these little planter boxes right there, and it takes 2.5 of those planter boxes to fill up an earth bag to the level that we want to fill it up to, and then you just stack them on, and it goes really fast with more people. I think we've worked with 4 people at the most at this point, and we've got this done pretty good. We're experimenting with some windows. We're probably gonna take them off though and get different kind of windows so that we can so it's easier to build. We got a bunch of wood for the frames. Got a bunch of big plywood for the roof, or sorry, 4x4s for the roof. We're just gonna have a slanted roof, probably a metal or shingles, so that we can collect the water coming off of it, because water's really rare out here unless you get it trucked in. So these are really inexpensive bags. I think we got 1,000 of them. These are the big bags. We got 1,000 of them for $330 shipped. That was no other costs. You pay $330. They will ship you a big bundle of bags, and yeah, I think we got 2,000. So we spent $660, and we're gonna be able to build at least 2 of these and something to insulate our big water tanks for wintertime. So we'll dig a big hole. We'll kind of do the same thing, except a lot smaller and square, and we'll drop a few of our water jugs in there, and we'll cover it up so that there's no algae that can grow in them, and we'll be solid for wintertime. But these provide natural insulation. They're very strong. They're very good for building. They'll keep it cool in the summertime, and they'll keep it warm in the wintertime. And yeah, you can see they're just bags, and they come with these little ties, and we just tie them, and then earth, and then when you stack them together like that, even if they come untied, they'll stay, all the earth will stay inside of the cracks here. And then when we're done building the whole thing, you take a cob or stucco or something and you throw it in all the cracks and you smooth it all out and you make sure that it's nice and smooth, and that gives it like a sealant so the water doesn't go through. It makes sure that you don't have rodents or snakes or anything getting in. The barrel is, we were using this actually just for, you can use it for burning, but we were using it, we put it right here, and then we stacked the bags on it like an arch, and then we pulled it out, and it makes like a little window. We're probably not going to keep the window, but you never know. It could also work as like for a fire wood stove. You can have the exhaust come out like that.
So how many people were working on this, and about what time frame did it take to get it to this point? Even though there was some time taken off and breaks, overall, how long did it take?
I would say if you combine all the hours that we worked, this is probably working with 2 or 3 people at a time. This is probably about 30 hours of work combined with everybody. So divide that by 3, and everyone's worked on it for about 10 hours. And that includes the digging and the smoothing it out and you know, the research for the bags and everything. It's really been quite a quick thing. I'm actually surprised at how quick we can do it, and this is our first one, so we're gonna really learn a lot. We already have learned a lot from the building process, and we're just gonna keep getting.
So another one could be put together in about.
Oh yeah, very quickly. If we have, and we just partnered up with a neighboring community for labor, so we help them and they help us, kind of deal. And it makes work go a lot faster when you have 13 people working on something instead of only 4 people. So when they come in and we'll get some food and everyone will just come hang out, we'll have beers and stuff, then we can totally crank one of these things out in a week from start to finish. So I'm really excited to see where we're going to go with this and what kind of advancements we're going to make in terms of building construction methods, and yeah, it's working out pretty good so far. So.